Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is the fourth video from my Steam Next Fest uploads. I'm doing 5 videos in total from what has been like a 7 or 8 day festival. I missed the first couple of days. I was too busy to actually record anything, and I've been trying to get back on track with other projects like the Planet Zoo series that's going on. Anyway, Next Fest, if you've not heard of it, you clearly don't have a Steam account, but basically it's a load of indie developers that are releasing demos of new games and stuff. And it's really exciting. I've played quite a few of them and picked a few of my favorites. Terra Nil, which we're playing today, is one that I have seen before and I've been keeping an eye on it. It looks really cool. It's a little bit of a twist on city building sort of stuff, where you are tasked with regenerating a wasteland and turning it into a natural paradise again. Really interesting little take on that sort of stuff, and I'm really excited to play it. So we're going to jump in today. I don't know how fleshed out it is. I don't know what is complete and what is incomplete with it, but we're going to find out anyway. So that's it. Our basic goal is to rejuvenate the wasteland by covering the landscape in greenery. First things first, we're going to move around a little bit, see what's going on. Classic kind of zoom in, zoom out. I have played a little bit of it, so we are kind of not quite starting from scratch. But first of all, we need power. So everything has a cost. It's these like leaf points. We have 1,000 to begin with, and our target, we need to get a certain percentage of coverage to complete the map. So as you can see, we've got a fair bit of space here. Turbines can only be built on rocks, and we're going to build one right here. Then what we need to do is build toxin scrubbers. Now the toxin scrubbers can go anywhere in this area of effect, and what they do is they scrub toxins from the landscape itself. As you can see, this then makes fertile soil, which we can start planting on. We're going to fit as many toxin scrubbers around the windmill as we can. Bearing in mind, as you buy these, you need to find a way to get points back. We do this by putting in our irrigators, and they can be placed in a number of configurations, and what they do is irrigate. Believe it or not, that's what they do. So depending on how you configure these, you can build up some more points to spend on rejuvenating the landscape. So here we're going to get 128 points. We're going to take that and irrigate the land. Then we go again to this area here, where I'm going to build a nice one that just kind of goes straight across, like so. And the final one, which I'm going to try and squeeze in here. Gives us 18% of our greenery coverage. Now up here we can pop in a water tower, and that sends a nice stream all the way down, fertilizing the soil nearby. It obviously conforms depending on how high up you have it, like we've created a little waterfall there. And that's that. The next thing we can do, we've got this, basically carves out a new river for us. They need to be near power though, but they are very useful in terms of the fact that we can do this with them. It does unfortunately pollute the area around it, so we need to be careful of that. But there we have our water flowing all the way through, giving us a nice bit of coverage. The next thing, we want to build another turbine, and we're going to build one here, and then we're going to flop down another water tower. We'll again continue to purify the land, and as you can see, we get leaf points. I'm going to call them conservation credits. We're not playing Planet Zoo now, Lee. And then we'll pop this. Oh no, we won't. We can get another wind turbine right there. We'll throw down a water tower here, and that will hopefully link us all up with a nice bit of water. The last thing to do is going to be put down our final wind turbine. I'm going to put this one here, and then another water tower right there. And now we should be completely linked up with water. So the next step is to just make sure that we go around and fertilize all of the soil. Ah, damn. Slight overlap, but we've got it. Then we can put in this, and as you can see, it should... Ah, okay, so it doesn't. You need to build another one of these to fertilize it, so that's why it's best if you start going around and getting the soil fertilized before you start doing any of this work. So here, these calcifiers will provide rocks. This will allow you to build more wind turbines. So we'll pop one there. We can put a wind turbine right there. And start working on the soil over here. And that spreads out to there. Again, we're left with a bit of a gap here. So we need to make sure that things aren't underlapping too much. The issue is, once again, as we move more of these around, it's points that we're spending. So you need to make sure that you're covering all of your bases as you put these in. Now, I know that's going to go over to that area, so I want to make sure that I've got something built here. I'm finding it very relaxing, actually, to the point where I keep forgetting that I'm actually commentating on a video here. But it's a lot of fun. It's a very peaceful soundtrack. There's a lot more to it than what, you know, it first seems. And yeah, there's some really nice, cool features to it. Now here we can actually re-purify the soil around this, but it will never be completely purified and, you know, back to what it was. For some reason I can't put a wind turbine there. We're gonna get another calcifier put down. No, we're not, because we've got space for a turbine there. Then we can start moving these towards the turbines here. 95. Is this going to be the last? 98. There we go, we've successfully repopulated this wasteland with plant life, now increase the biodiversity of the ecosystem by restoring 3 biomes. Press the 2 tab below to access new buildings. Okay, so we've got biome specific stuff here. The research centre reduces the cost of scrubbers, pumps, calcifiers and excavators and makes excavators smaller. Hydroponium creates wetland, can only be built on an irrigator near water and not on high ground. So we can try that one. Oh, and that gives us some lovely wetlands biomes. Alright, okay. The beehive will pollinate nearby greenery, creating fynbos flowers. Not sure how that goes or where we put it. Maybe we need trees for that. Arboretum uses nutritious ash to create forests, can only be built on a burnt building husk. Solar amplifier strengthens the sunlight in an area around it, allowing for the lighting of fires. The desiccator starts a controlled burn. Fire will burn greenery, fynbos on most buildings, but will leave behind nutritious ash. Oh no, I've just undone that and I didn't want to. Right, we'll put that back in. We've got a beehive here. Guess we have to put it on a tree or something. Doesn't seem to want to. Oh, none of it's working. So the research centre. Reduce cost. I don't know if it does it in this area or somewhere else. We're going to try just popping it there. Not sure. I'm not sure. Right, let's get the desiccator going. We are going to have our desiccators running here, but first of all, I'm going to go back to tier 1 buildings and I'm going to down some here in this area just to flesh out the area and get a few more points back in. What is this? An excavator. It creates a new riverbed with poisons the land around it, can be rotated. Ah, that's building the research centre has done that. Right, okay. Okay, now I'm getting it. And where can we put our control burn? Is there anywhere yet? I'm not seeing anywhere. Does it need to be here? Yes, that's it. Okay, so we've got that. We start our control burn off, then we get the ash, and then we can put down our arboretum. And that gets our forest in. Yeah. Oh, that's really nice. And then all we have left to do is put in a few wetlands biomes. We'd have a few spaces somewhere. There we go. Now then, it looks like we've run out of space for these sort of things, so we're going to need to put down another one here, and then we should be able to put that in. Yeah, that's done. Now we just need one more spot for a beehive, and of course there's plenty here. We might be able to get this one done now, although it looks like we're going to be short on a couple. So I know what we need to do. We need to come back here. We need to put a calcifier in there, get a wind turbine here, purify this land, then this in place. Not quite. No, didn't work. Although that should. There we go. Biodiversity restored. We can begin the process of cleaning up. You need to construct an airship of recycled materials. You'll have been given access to advanced weather technology. So what have we got here? Temperature pylon uses solar amplifiers to increase the ambient temperature. The humidity pylon uses water and wetland to increase humidity, but wasteland decreases it. And over here we've got an airship, which allows for the construction of the airship with materials recycled from other structures must be built on a riverbank. The recycling drone travels along rivers to collect recycled materials from loading docks. Silo removes other buildings and stores a portion of their cost. Loading dock loads recycled material from the surrounding buildings and silos onto a recycling drone. And the pound lock allows recycling drones to travel up and down waterfalls. Wow. So, airship. We're going to pop the airship down there. We're going to get our recycling drone. Yeah. And then I guess we can put in a silo. Okay, right, now I understand. Makes sense. Where can we put these? So it has like that management and building element to it. But it's also like a puzzle game. You know, you have limited resources, you have certain things that you need to do, and you need to fill these up as you go. It's interesting. I really like it. It's very peaceful. Peaceful to the point where you could potentially fall asleep playing it. But it's got a lovely soundtrack, and it's a great concept, the whole idea of, you know, like we always talk a lot about how we need to reduce our environmental impact and all of that sort of stuff, and this is cool. It's really cool. I think they've done a really good job of this, and I'm looking forward to like a full release. I mean, in terms of replayability, I'm not quite sure how much there would be, but it's interesting nonetheless to kind of consider it. I think think I should be able to fit that in there. This should take that away. That takes us up to 82%. And I'm hoping that whatever's left here, these last little bits, I won't need to take, because it certainly looks like you only need to get a certain percentage. Whether that's 100% of everything needs to go in, don't know. Actually looks like it is. We might have our work cut out for us now. Let me think. I suppose we can use the silo. So like, we'll use the silo there. And then put this down. And then another silo. Will a second silo do? That then take what's in that silo. Yeah, it does. And then if we use that silo, that should take everything from there. Add a loading dock there. He should now come in. I'm not sure what these arrows are that have just come up. 93%. These may be the last few bits and pieces that we need to do. I think they are. And we just go around like that. Put this gate in so that he can go up there. Add that to it. And then it should take out the remaining gates. Guess when he uses that, it'll destroy the gate and he'll be able to drop back down. And all that's left is this final silo here. We'll suck that in, and then we will pop that down. Does he drop down there? No, he's stuck. Okay, so we need to put the gate back in. Right, okay, so now that he's gone down there, he should go around, pick up that last silo, come back, get that final silo, drop off back at the airship, and I think that is it. That's all our building's done. What a cool game. I mean, the landscape's been restored, but it looks an absolute mess, so... We'll demolish that now, and then move on to the final destination that he's put in. We've got a little frog there in the wetlands. 2 frogs. Got deer over here by the waste. More deer. More deer. Over here in the forest and the barrens, there's not a great deal. And that's it. 100% waiting for the drone, and we are out of here. There's a bear. Ooh. Fish. And then we launch. Here we go. You know what? I really like that. I think that's probably my favourite so far. That was a lot of fun. It's relaxing, it's peaceful. Weird that you feel like you're making a difference when you're playing it, which I really like. And soundtrack is incredible, like honestly. Whew. You don't need one of those sleep apps when you're listening to that, Jesus. This has the potential to be an incredible game. And I love what they've done with it. And I think it's well worth picking up and playing. For it being one of the ones that I kind of knew and knew what to expect, I've been really quite surprised by it. I would play it again, I would buy it. So I'm looking forward to the final release on this one. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you for the next one, my 5th and final video for Steam Next Fest.